Bitcoin destroys NASDAQ. Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode. Today we will chart Bitcoin versus the NASDAQ and see what is happening. Is 2023 the turnaround, yes or no? Today I will analyze Ethereum, OmiseGO, MicroStrategy, Polkadot versus BTC, PUMA, GMT, also known as STEPN, and Bitcoin. Now I will start with Ethereum. What a week was it! Wonderful green week. Market smashed it up. This is the monthly chart. A nice green month. From the monthly I will change to the weekly. A nice green week for Ethereum. Yeah. We are currently at the resistance between 1700 and 1900. And if we manage to break it, then we will see 2000 very fast. I will make last week's chart visible, and from the weekly I will change to the daily, and let's see how the last week's scenarios played out. So as I mentioned last week, this one was drawn the week before and played out quite well. Okay, I'll remove this one. And as I told you, to recommend to play it in price, because here what you see, quite a long wick. That's why I prefer to play in price and not to catch the falling knife. Okay. And now I will make a new plan for the coming days. So we gained this whole area. Now trying to break the 1770 area. Next target is 2000. So what is important for now? To hold the line 1645. That's your daily support. And try to break the 2000. Let me change to the 4 hour. Yeah. So this low is already tested here. And now I prefer to go either straight up or a small pullback till 1645 to enter on the long. So either it's already tested and now we'll try to break the 2000 immediately, or we will have a pullback and then you can enter for the long to try to break the 2000. So very nice, looking good. From Ethereum I will go to OmiseGO versus USDT. This analyze was earlier this week, or when was it? 27 February on, I think in the shorts or on Twitter. I think in the shorts. You can check them. Yeah, you can check the shorts on YouTube. Played out very well. Flawless entry. So congratulations for those who enter on the long, and don't forget to take profits. 47 and more percent profits. That's nice. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. I will remove this one and make a new analyze for the coming days. Okay, what do we see? There's a weekly gain from this drop off area. We tested it back. We held this high area. Seems like next target will be around $2.33, 34. Okay, from the weekly I will change to the daily. And from the daily I will go to the 4 hour. Currently we are rejecting here the $1.84 area. This drop off which brought us all the way down. Now trying to find support somewhere. So let's see if we can find some interesting entry for the long. Maybe we're already too late because this one was very nice too. Okay. So I will draw in some scenarios. Either we will test the $1.49 and try to break the $1.75 again with a potential upside of the $2.33. Or we will go straight up from here to test the $2.33. And if we somehow lose support, then things not looking good, and we will go all the way back to $1.18 or even lower. But I think the first two scenarios, either enter on the $1.49 or we will go immediately to $2.33. That will be very nice. Okay, and from OmiseGO we will go to MicroStrategy. I shared this one also, I think, on Twitter, and as you can see, played out very well. So also congratulations for those who enter on the long. Don't forget to take profits because you're already up 45%. Very nice. I will remove the analyze and make a new one. MicroStrategy invested in bitcoins. It holds a lot of bitcoins on the balance. So as Bitcoin is going up, might be interesting to find a long entry. Okay. No weekly gain yet from the drop off from 279, but we have an higher low. Let's see if we can create an higher high to change the downwards construction into an upwards construction. Normally I would say if you fail to gain, then you'll go back all the way to the support area, to the start of the impulse. I'll change to the daily. Okay, if we fail to break the 279, then we will probably test lower, let's say around 160, and try to break the 245 or higher. Okay. And if we manage to gain the 279, so we created also a higher high, then you can probably enter around 213 and try to break the 361. Or the more aggressive entry around 245 to try to break the 361. Yeah, I think that's very nice. From MicroStrategy, we will go to Polkadot versus the Bitcoin. This is the weekly chart. Not looking good, only downwards. And I will draw in some levels. So this is the low. The also the last line of defense. If we go through this low, things are not looking good. Okay. So the first support area is the area of 22,560 Satoshi, and then from there we can try to break this downwards momentum into an upwards momentum, and else the next support will be 1966.7 Satoshi to try to break the 22,560. Yeah, I will recommend you guys to wait for the confirmation. So we see the downwards movement. So what I want to say is it goes like this. You have a low, an high, a lower low, and then you create a new high, a low, and if you want to wait for the double confirmation, a high, and a higher low to go up. So this last top is your entry, or this high for the second confirmation. So you're more safe to enter, okay, with less risk and a high upwards potential. But we do need to change the downwards construction into an upwards construction. Okay, and from Polkadot versus the Bitcoin, I will go to PUMA. So this is the weekly chart. Down, 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 down. We try to hold support here. We'll draw it in. And we didn't. That was the $6 area. And from there we went to the $4.35. So, okay, so low and high, no gain of this drop off area here, the $6.80. We see a rejection on the weekly chart. Okay. So normally a rejection is to go back to the start of the impulse. But let's see what we can find on the daily. Either the entry on the $4.70 and try to break the $6, and if we fail to break, then we will go lower, or an entry at $4.35 and try to break the $6. Yes. Okay, so that was PUMA, and from PUMA we will go to GMT versus USDT, also known as STEPN. We'll start at the weekly chart. Okay. No weekly gain. But we have a higher low at the weekly chart. From the weekly, I'll go to the daily. It's important how we will close today. So today's candle, I want to see a closure above the 42.31 cents. If yes, then we have a daily gain from this last drop off, and that means a reversal of this downwards construction on the daily chart. We do have a daily gain from the drop off from 58.49 cent, yes. Okay. So either we will have a pullback around 36, somewhere between 34.23 and 36.58. I prefer here 36.58 and try to create a higher high on the daily and also try to break the 53.24 cents. Or we will go straight up from here, try to break the 53 cents, have a pullback, and then you can enter around 42 cents to try to break the 60 cents. This one has an upwards potential of 45% and more. And this one also 42 and more. Okay, that's very nice. And from STEPN versus USDT, we will go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin destroys NASDAQ. So at this chart, the blue line is the line of NASDAQ. And here we compare Bitcoin with the NASDAQ. This is 2022, January until June. As you can see, there's correlation between Bitcoin and NASDAQ. And even Bitcoin went below the NASDAQ somewhere late after June. So NASDAQ was stronger than Bitcoin. And here it's November 2022. Here we start January 2023. Now you will see a change. In 2023, this is what's happening. Bitcoin destroys NASDAQ. Seems like Bitcoin is the leader in 2023 and left NASDAQ and also the S&P behind. And if you want to know how to compare assets with each other, then you can find it out in this video. There's a card on the top of the screen. Okay. And from here we will start analyzing Bitcoin. I'll start at the weekly chart. Or wait, I will start at monthly. At the monthly, we have a low. We're creating a high. Nice. From the monthly, I will change to the weekly. As you can see, we had a downwards construction. We broke it into an upwards. Last week we tested this area and we bounced. Nice green wick this week. And now we prefer to hold as high as possible for the weekly closure. The higher the better. Okay. I will make last week's chart visible. And from, as you can see, the pot to 30,000 is pretty open. So either we go straight through or we can expect a small pullback. And from the weekly I will change to the daily. And this was last week's plan. This one was not. This one did play it out. Yes, congratulations for those who played it. That is 40% upside. Very nice. It went up way more than expected, so no real pullback. Very hard to enter the last days if you missed the first one. Nice, we close. We have a daily closure, daily gain above this whole range. Very nice. And now we need to find support somewhere and try to break the 30,000. There's a lot of volume here between 29,000 31,000. So yeah, what can we expect? What do we want to do? What we want to do? We want to hold as high as possible. So I prefer to hold here above the 25,212. So either from here we will test the 29,000, 30,000 straight away, or we will have a pullback. The higher we hold, the better. I would recommend you guys to play it in price if possible. I prefer to close above the 25,212. So either we will try to go up from there. And else a little lower around 23,500. Yeah. So that's it for Bitcoin the coming days. I want to thank you guys for watching this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button if you like this content. You can follow me in the socials. You can find it in the banner or in the description down below. Thank you guys and see you next week. Cheers. Bye bye.